our national anthem as sung by Mr. Al Curran.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the championship game for the 1980 NCAA Division II title, featuring the Virginia Union University Panthers with a record of 25-4 versus the New York Tech Bears with a record of 26-2. For Virginia Union, starting at forward, wearing number 24 at 6'5", a junior from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, David Lewis. For New York Tech, wearing number 40 at forward, 6'4" senior from Brooklyn, New York, Larry McCartan. For Virginia Union, wearing number 21, a forward at 6'4", a senior from Asheville, North Carolina, Michael Linney. For New York Tech, wearing number 42, a forward at 6'7", a senior from Brooklyn, New York, Kelvin Hicks. For Virginia Union, wearing number 44, a forward at 6'6", a freshman from Miami, Florida, Larry Holmes. For New York Tech, wearing number 23, at center, a 6'8" senior from Brooklyn, New York, Michael Trevelyan. For Virginia Union, wearing number 10, a guard at 5'9", a senior from Baltimore, Maryland, Derwin Lilly. For New York Tech, wearing number 4, a guard at 6 feet even, a sophomore from Jamaica, New York, Peter Edwards. For Virginia Union, wearing number 11, a guard at 6 feet even, a senior from Richmond, Virginia, Keith Valentine. And for New York Tech, wearing number 32, a guard at 6'3", a junior from the Bronx, New York, Bobby Jones. The coach for Virginia Union, Dave Robbins. The coach for New York Tech, Sam Stern. The officials for tonight's championship game. The referee is Wilson Gossier, and the umpire is Wally Tanner.
Here's a look at the officials in tonight's game. Wally Tanner on the left, Wilson Gossier on the right, both out of the Southeastern Conference. And after 32 teams began play in this NCAA Division II National Tournament, John Andres, we're down to 2, Virginia Union and New York Tech, and you said they are pretty evenly matched.
Well, they are. The only advantage, I'd say, is New York Tech in their statistics this season has out-rebounded their opponents by 15 rebounds a game, and that reflects a pretty good front line. Of course, they're led by Kelvin Hicks, and they have some pretty good rebounding right after that with Michael Trevelyan at 6'8". their other man. Hicks is 6'7". Now the forwards in Virginia Union will start with Larry Holmes, as actually he's a center at 6'6". After that you have 6'5" and 6'4". There is a height advantage to New York Tech. It has reflected this season. They've beaten their opponents on the boards. Generally, if you control the boards, you control the game. Let's see what's going to happen here tonight. Let's see if Virginia Union's speed and quickness, which is outstanding, which got them here, can overcome that slight rebounding deficiency.
The jump ball will be between Mike Trevelyan, number 23 in white, and Linney for Virginia Union. It's back tapped and controlled by number 10, Derwin Lilly. Derwin Lilly is played by Peter Edwards as New York Tech in white begins in a man-to-man. That is Holmes, 44. He'll jump it, and the rebound is taken down by New York Tech. Peter Edwards, the point guard for the Bears. 32 is Bobby Jones. He likes to camp out on the wing. He can hit the long-range shot. He was hot last night with 24 points. Peter Edwards. And there's the first basket of the game.
Peter Edwards.
Underway on ESPN, your total sports cable network. The NCAA Division II National Championship. Virginia Union, the Panthers with the ball, trailing 2-0.
New York Tech opening up in their characteristic man-to-man defense.
Line drive jumper by Linney.
Basket by number 21, Michael Linney.
Michael Linney ties it at 2. The two semifinal games and the consolation, all very close down to the wire games. Edwards with a feed down low, and the basket by Mike Trevelyan.
Mike Trevelyan.
Both teams making their first appearance in the Final Four of the Division II tournament. Derwin Lilly soloing down the lane, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by New York Tech.
Virginia Union in a zone defense at the other end of the court.
Nice feed underneath to Holmes, and the equally fine block by New York Tech's Kelvin Hicks. Turnover the other way, and back come the Panthers with a 2-on-2. That's Valentine slowing it down. All alone, Larry Holmes. Again, he is blocked as Trevelyan saves and hands to Edwards. Edwards leads the break and the layup by number 40, Larry McCarter.
Power basketball by New York Tech. Two fine defensive plays, one right after the other, and that second one resulting in that beautiful fast break. New York Tech looking very strong now in their man-to-man defense.
Larry Holmes being rejected twice underneath. Each one looked like a sure basket.
Let's see if he hesitates next time he gets that opportunity.
Linney. And number 10 is Derwin Lilly. Keith Valentine, number 11, was the hot man last night with 23 points, most of them coming in overtime. Side jump, no. The rebound is Linney, and he hits nothing but air as he goes up again. A push-off underneath, and things are not going Virginia Union's way in the early moments.
New York Tech's Kelvin Hicks last night, their All-American player, did not have a good game. 7 points, 9 rebounds, very much below his normal output. Tonight he looks alive. Sam Stern, their coach, feels that he has just not been playing his up to his capabilities in the last several games. So if Hicks can stay alive in this game and really have a good one, he could carry this game all by himself for New York Tech.
You saw Derwin Lilly tie up Peter Edwards in the backcourt. Edwards occasionally has trouble in handling the ball, but he wins the tap, and they leave it for Edwards in the backcourt. Likes to dribble that ball high and oftentimes way out in front of him. Bobby Jones, 32, starting tonight in place of Curtis Sumter. Kelvin Hicks forced the jumper, and the rebound taken by Linney. Hicks has not enjoyed a very good tournament so far.
Blocked by David Lewis.
Steal by Bobby Jones. He leads the 3-on-2 break, pulls up at the foul line, and has it knocked away. Turnover, and Larry Holmes leaves for Lilly. This is Keith Valentine. He is a transfer from the University of North Carolina, recruited by Dean Smith. Had some health problems, had rheumatic fever, and decided to play at Division II.
Well, he's making waves in these semis. Keith Valentine's having a great tournament.
Shot of Bobby Jones partially blocked. Kelvin Hicks gets it but hesitates. Now he gets it again. Strong move at the baseline, tipped up and in by Trevelyan.
For the basket for number 23, Michael Trevelyan.
Lewis missing. Oh, he got the roll. Keith Valentine in position for the offensive rebound, but Dave Lewis got the roll and his first basket of the game.
As we said at the outset, Dave, run and gun, entertaining basketball, and right away we're getting it. Tremendous tip in by Trevelyan, followed by a nice side jump shot by Lewis.
Half-court pressure against Peter Edwards. Ball deflected away and taken by Keith Valentine. Now he pulls up, has another.
Boy, what a show he's putting on. Keith Valentine, 23 last night, 25 the game before in the quarters.
Edwards streaking down the middle and banking it home. Here's Valentine in traffic, dumping back to Lilly. Virginia Union will set it up again. The birthplace of basketball, Springfield, Massachusetts. It was back in 1891 when Dr. Naismith hung up the peach basket. There's a running one-hander, no good by Lilly. Here's the break for Larry McCarden. Missed the layup, and he got hammered underneath by Dave Lewis.
Larry McCarden would have done a little better on that play. As you can see, two teammates behind him. Had he just dished it off over his shoulder, a certain layup for New York Tech. Larry had that momentum, though, and I guess he just didn't see his teammates. He'll go to the line now and try and pick up the points.
Larry McCarden, a senior out of Brooklyn, 6'4", 195-pounder. Had 14 last night, averaged 12 on the season.
Also had 11 rebounds last night to lead his team. Larry McCarden really doing a good job at 6'4" on the boards last night.
And he gets the second, so Larry McCarden now with 3 points in the game. Personal foul, by the way, was on Lewis. And 2 team fouls for Virginia Union. It's the fist play, signaled by Willard Coker is now in the game, number 12. Linney picks up the loose ball. Now Coker controlling. Driving on Edwards and coming back outside. Well, the fist play did not work. Traveling violation against Willard Coker. And on the turnover, New York Tech, the Bears, coached by Sam Stern, will be in control.
Right now, New York Tech succeeding in keeping the leading scorer for Virginia Union outside, and that is Larry Holmes. Holmes not getting into a game so far.
In heavy traffic, Larry McCarden, and he walked, so turnovers both ways. A little bit ragged in the early going here. Last night, Virginia Union defeated Florida Southern 78-71 in overtime. Florida Southern was down by 3 with 6 seconds to go, the longest 6 seconds we've seen in years, and they tied the game. But Virginia Union scored 21 points in the overtime and won that game. Left alone is Lewis. He'll hit it straight away.
Number 24, David Lewis.
David Lewis has 4. It's 11-10, New York Tech in the lead. Edwards to Kelvin Hicks. Very unselfish player, maybe even too unselfish, John.
He is too unselfish. He should shoot more. It only takes about 9 shots a game. But this man, Bobby Jones, who just hit that jump shot, turned it on last night, and that's his first field goal tonight. Jones not normally a starter, but he earned the berth tonight on 9 of 13 from the field. He carried New York Tech last night.
Jones trying to front Lewis, and he'll get called on the reach-in foul. Everybody seems to agree with that call. Wilson Gossier out of the Southeastern Conference making the call. That's the first foul on Bobby Jones, the first team foul against New York Tech.
First team foul.
Valentine can't get it, but he follows nicely, although the offensive rebound taken down by Linney with a possible 3-point play. Michael Linney asserting himself more tonight than he did last night.
Tough play. Look at this nice fake. Gets his man off his feet. Then with the contact, Linney still makes the shot. A beautifully executed move by Michael Linney.
First foul on Michael Trevelyan. And the second team foul against New York Tech. 3-point play as Linney now has 5 in the game. Near steal by Lewis. It's out of bounds and will belong once again to New York Tech. Dave Cohen and John Andres at the Springfield, Massachusetts Civic Center. Last year this tournament was played in Springfield, Missouri. It'll be here again next year. Edwards with a 2-on-1 drives right for the hoop. And the call is offensive foul.
Here's Edwards going up. You can see the position established by Larry Holmes. And Edwards commits the offensive foul.
3 team fouls now for New York Tech. 1 on Peter Edwards. Willard Coker trying to accelerate on Edwards. Man-to-man by New York Tech. They're in white. Virginia Union in the red or dark uniforms. A hook feed, beautiful feed from Valentine down low, and the shot missed by Linney underneath.
Well, the official will pick up Kelvin Hicks now, committing a foul. Let's see. Tough one to tell, even in a replay situation. The official right on the case, saw contact. Kelvin didn't like it.
Derwin Lilly, number 10, comes back in, and Willard Coker sits down. John, one advantage Virginia Union may have is that they shuttle 3 guards in throughout the game, whereas most of the ball handling for New York Tech is done by Peter Edwards.
That's also how they're able to play at that great intensity. This team makes up for their lack of height with tremendous speed and hustle.
Both teams with their cheerleading contingents here in Springfield, Massachusetts. Here's Peter Edwards breaking the press by himself. Flips on the sideline to Trevelyan, gets a screen from Trevelyan. Now it's Bobby Jones. Feeds down low, Hicks missing, and Linney with a rebound.
Kelvin Hicks wowing the crowd with that move. He didn't make the basket, but people like that style.
Here's Lewis, played by Jones, and the bounce feed to Holmes underneath. Now we get a call.
I think Larry Holmes was pushing off as he was played very tightly. There's the official indicating that push off. Kelvin Hicks playing Holmes very well.
Second foul on Larry Holmes, 3rd on the team. Larry Holmes, 17 points, 16 rebounds last night. The only stats he has so far are 2 personal fouls.
He's essential to the success of Virginia Union. He must play for them to win this game.
Bobby Jones telegraphed his pass, and the very astute Keith Valentine knocked it out of bounds.
We saw Valentine make a most timely steal last night in their win. Tremendous steal over Florida Southern's team as they were coming down on the offense. He is quick. Man at the top of the screen, number 11. Real quick.
There's a steal, and Valentine had it momentarily. Peter Edwards guns it up. Strong rebound by Dave Lewis. Virginia Union with the boards. The baseball pass knocked out of bounds by Bobby Jones.
Good hustle by that man, Bobby Jones. He got back fast on defense. It looked like it was going to be a home run pass. David Lewis getting off a beauty, but Jones hustled back just in time. There you can see the deflection.
Now Derwin Lilly goes from one side of the court to the other, working against the man-to-man of New York Tech. Long feed now to Larry Holmes. Good position. Uses the glass nicely and gets it in.
Nice pass by Keith Valentine. Sensing his man had position. He delivered the ball right on target.
Again, it's Edwards. 1 against 3 slows it down. And Virginia Union back in their zone. It's a 2-3 zone. Bobby Jones has the pass stolen away by Lilly. And he brings it across. The feed to Holmes, left alone at the baseline. Can't get the roll, but he got fouled, and he's got 2 shots coming, but he may have sprained his ankle.
Lilly coming down, leading that break, sees his man, his teammate that is, Larry Holmes, all free. Defensive breakdown by New York Tech, and the big guy at 6'6" used his weight to draw a foul.
In the consolation game tonight, Florida Southern defeated North Alabama 68-67 as John Ebling had 27 points for the winners. Here's Sam Stern, the coach of New York Tech, John, in his final game.
His 8th year here at New York Tech. He only had one losing season. That was his first year. And this year is his best season. So he's going out on a high. And what a pleasure it is for Sam Stern to finish this year just like that. Look at that record, 140 and 57. Sam is a fine guy, very well liked. He's going to confine his duties to the job of athletic director. And there we'll take a look at the other coach. Now in his second year, Dave Robbins, doing a fine job. His team now in the tournament situation for the second year in a row, and he's done a good job, as you can see. 47 divided by 2 is over 20 a game and 20 a season, and that's all you can ask for. He's done a great job here.
Dave Robbins played his college ball at Catawba, and Sam Stern played at Yeshiva University in New York. Larry Holmes is at the foul line for 2 shots. He's got 2 points in the game and 2 fouls. Now 3 points. And Virginia Union has a lead of 18-13 over New York Tech. Holmes has 4, and Virginia Union has scored the last 9 points in this game. A 9-point spurt by Virginia Union in the last 2 minutes, 10 seconds. 11.5 to play first half. Bobby Jones to Edwards as they break the press. Steal by Valentine. He's got great speed as he catches up to the ball, uses the glass beautifully.
That's a big-time player, number 11, Keith Valentine, a senior.
And he almost stole the inbounds pass. Valentine has 6. They break the press by getting it to McCartan. And he's hacked as he drives into the lane.
Keith Valentine, number 11, going to come right in and take that ball away from Bobby Jones. God-given gift of speed and quickness and anticipation. This guy has it. Look how he hesitates in the air now and uses the backboard to make that shot.
Second and the team 4.
4 team fouls now on Virginia Union. Lewis and Holmes each have 2.
Zone defense still for Virginia Union.
Number 12 in the game, Joe Thompson, is the point guard. He replaces Peter Edwards.
Kelvin Hicks not getting into the offense at all for New York Tech.
Thompson's shot hits twice but doesn't fall. Trevelyan has the rebound, but he throws it away. It's Derwin Lilly with a lead to Valentine, and he's fouled. Joe Thompson picking up a foul, saved a sure 2 points.
Lilly going to push that ball ahead now to Valentine, who really sensed a situation where he could get out in front. Joe Thompson hacks him there as he goes up.
Valentine, number 11, shooting 2 for Virginia Union.
Excellent foul shooter, 86% from the field during the regular season, Keith Valentine.
Valentine now high man on the game. He's got 7 and 30 points in the 2 tournament games so far. Make it 8 and 31. 10.5 to play. First half, the NCAA Division II National Championship. New York Tech in white. They are trailing by 10, 23-13. It has been a 13-point unanswered spurt until just now. Bobby Jones with a hoop. He's got 4.
Classic number 32, Bobby Jones.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Larry McCartan.
New York Tech has to get some offense out of number 42 over there, Kelvin Hicks. He's only taken about 1 shot in this half.
There's a shot put up and in by Michael Linney. Now he now has 7 in the game, and it's again a 10-point lead.
Virginia Union sensing their pressure, causing all kinds of problems now. They're going to stay with that full court pressure.
Look at Hicks. He had the jumper, didn't take it. And a foul committed by Derwin Lilly against Larry McCartan.
Must be so frustrating to coach a guy like Kelvin Hicks, number 42, will not take the shots. He's got the ability there. You're going to see a foul now. No question about that one.
That's Lilly's first personal foul, and the team's 5th.
Willard Coker is back in the 3-guard offense that Virginia Union is using.
Shoots 2.
John, I'm looking at the 4-year stats of Kelvin Hicks. He took 300 shots as a junior Only 255 this season as a senior.
And he makes 62% from the field, so you know the guy can shoot. And he's so unselfish to a fault. He just won't hoist him up, and it's a shame because his team needs him to shoot. He's the leading scorer, 19 points a game.
There are not many players in the country that you could say are reluctant to shoot.
It's an unusual problem.
The feed down low, and it's taken off by Kelvin Hicks. Now Thompson brings New York Tech to forecourt. Bobby Jones throws it away, a little bit too hard for Mike Trevelyan to handle. Eight-point lead for Virginia Union, the Panthers, in their first appearance on the Final Four of the NCAA Division II tournament. There's Keith Valentine. He's got 8 already. Larry Holmes started his drive and took an extra step.
Larry working out of his familiar territory under the basket. He became a guard on that play, and coach likes to see the big guys stay in the area he's most familiar with. And Larry wandered out and caused a turnover.
Bobby Jones slows it down outside to Joe Thompson. Now Jones near his favorite spot on the court. Let's see if he puts it up. He does. A little bit too hard. The rebound, Lewis. The fast break, Valentine. He drives and hesitated to get position, laid it up and in. 10 points for Keith Valentine and a 10-point Virginia Union lead.
New York Tech better get on to the way that Valentine plays. When the shot goes up, Valentine starts cheating and heading down court. New York Tech better leave a guard back to stay with him.
New York Tech not enjoying that rebounding advantage they have had in so many games. Here's Hicks, short. Rebound is Holmes, and he's fouled.
Frustration foul. Kelvin Hicks not getting the shot off successfully. Got it off, but it didn't go in. And he reached around and committed a bad foul, a defensive foul the other end of the court. A bad, frustrating foul.
That's Michael Linney, 21 back in the game.
Hicks going to come up now out of your picture, number 42. He missed a shot. There you can see him reaching around. That's a bad foul because you never succeed when you try and steal the ball from the defense in that kind of situation. Maybe 1 in 50, but it's generally a foul when you try and do it.
Larry Holmes with the front end of the 1-and-1. He'll get the bonus. 5 points now for Holmes. And Virginia Union has been perfect from the free throw line. 7 out of 7.
Virginia Union last night shot 22 of 24 from the foul line. So it's no accident they're perfect tonight.
As usual, you mention the great foul shooting and you jinx them and they miss. Kelvin Hicks, high post, goes back outside. Now Jones, and his favorite spot, gets it.
New York Tech on that sequence moved the ball around till the shooter could shoot without a hand in the face. They've got to hold up a little more and be a little more patient.
Good defense. The ball touched last, however, by 32, Bobby Jones. And New York Tech now will bring in Curtis Sumter, who had been a starter but was replaced in the lineup by Bobby Jones. Going out of the game was Mike Trevelyan, and they almost started things before he was off the court. Virginia Union in red, or the dark uniforms. They're leading at 28-19, and we've got 8 minutes to play first half. Keith Valentine is played by McCartan. Now he forces the jump up.
Boy, does he have confidence.
This is Sumter to Thompson. McCartan, here's Jones in the left corner.
Again, uncontested, no one in his face, and he can make them. He's a great shooter. 9 of 13 last night. He's off to a good start now.
60% on the year, and I don't suppose too many have been from close range.
Number 21, Michael Linney.
Derwin Lilly back in, and Willis Coker sits down along with Linney. Also in the game is Powell for Virginia Union, Curtis Powell, 6'1" freshman out of Newport News, Virginia. New York Tech breaking the press. Larry McCartan, floater in the lane. He's got it. 3 field goals in a row for New York Tech. McCartan with 7, and the lead has been halved It's now 28-23, Virginia Union leading. Derwin Lilly, in danger of a 5-second call, just gets it away. John, some people have said that they would like to see the 5-second call, instead of becoming a jump ball, revert to the defensive team. How do you feel about that?
Good idea. You can't tell with these things, though. You have to study it a little more, Dave. Offhand, I'd say it's not a bad idea, but of course it's nice to get that jump ball. It's a little fairer, I think, but not a bad idea as a reward when you think about it. A reward for a team that played good defense.
Larry Holmes got the last bucket. He's got 7. Of course, on an out-of-bounds 5-second call, the ball does go over to the defensive team. 6:25 to play. And Virginia Union leads it 30-23. They have led by as many as 10. In the corner, Bobby Jones. Somebody up on him now.
Kelvin Hicks not looking for the ball. Number 42, just working inside, but doesn't have his hands up, trying to get the ball.
That time Jones had to shoot off the dribble, and he was long. Here's Derwin Lilly with a high dribble. Keith Valentine. In and out. Foul underneath.
Reminds me so much, number 11, when he shoots, Keith Valentine of the former UCLA great Henry Bibby. Got a jump shot form very similar to him, and he sort of plays like him, too. Not a bad compliment.
John, foul number 3 on Kelvin Hicks, who has not scored. 3 fouls. Hicks will remain in the game. He's number 42.
He's a mystery, a surefire pro prospect. Great record at New York Tech, has got a lot of attention nationally as an All-American player in Division II. And here he is in the semis and the finals tonight. And I don't understand his reluctance to get in the game offensively.
Mike Trevelyan back in. Virginia Union has hit 10 out of 11 from the line. They lead at 31-23. Larry Holmes now has 8.
Last night Hicks was in foul trouble, and it looked like it spelled doom for New York Tech. But that's when Bobby Jones got hot and carried his team in the second half. So this team is fairly deep, and they can win without Hicks in the lineup.
Beautiful steal by Lilly on the inbounds pass. The pressure against the New York Tech guards has definitely paid off for Virginia Union. The Panthers. Here's the feed. Larry Holmes, baseline. And it's McCartan with a rebound. Contact right in front of us in the block against Dave Lewis.
Virginia Union trying to double up on the ball as their coach Dave Robbins is yelling to his team, put 2 men, double up on that ball. Defensive foul created on that play, but that'll happen when you play aggressively.
Michael Linney checks back in. A lot of substitutions by Dave Robbins, Virginia Union. A 1-and-1 now for Curtis Sumter.
Curtis played as a 6th man during the regular season for New York Tech, then started toward the end. Has done excellent in the playoffs for New York Tech.
Does not get the second. The rebound stolen away from Bobby Jones. 2 steals in the last 30 seconds by Derwin Lilly, the man with the ball, number 10. And this time Lilly turns the ball over on an offensive foul, a charge.
Derwin Lilly, that's his second.
Derwin only at 5'9", but he's very strong.
That is Derwin Lilly's second foul and team foul number 7, so both teams will be in the bonus situation. Again, they double team the ball, but there's Sumter. Tipped up his own miss, so did Trevelyan. The rebound belongs to Virginia Union. And Derwin Lilly leading the break. Dribbles down the middle, and he took an extra step. So Lilly has turned the ball over on 2 straight trips down court, and he will get a spot on the bench.
Here's Derwin going down the middle. Now he's going to commit a traveling violation, as he did. He just didn't get rid of the ball before he stopped taking those steps.
Again, the double team against Joe Thompson, and a steal by Virginia Union. The feed and the fall away. It's Keith Valentine.
Keith Valentine.
12 points for Keith Valentine. And Virginia Union out to a 10-point advantage, 34-24. Larry McCartan. And now Jones. They're coming out to meet him. He can't get that uncontested shot from the wing. 4.5 to play, first half. Here's Jones, and now Thompson straightaway jump. First bucket for him, he's got 2.
Number 12, Joe Thompson, scoring for the Bears.
New York Tech depending on their outside shooting as this zone defense continues to bother New York Tech.
The hack against Joe Thompson. His second foul, and the 1-and-1 opportunity now for Willard Coker.
That's his second.
1-and-1. Automatic, Kurt. How bad enough?
Willard Coker, 1-1.
And Coker puts it in for his first point of the game. Coker had 6 points last night. On the season, he averaged 5 a game. 35-26, the Panthers of Virginia Union out of Richmond, Virginia, leading the New York Tech Bears. Another steal, and here's Coker down the lane, but we get a foul away from the ball.
And it's against Virginia Union. Very lucky situation for New York Tech. Looked like a short 2 for Virginia Union.
Watch the man passing the ball.
For that foul, there you can see, no question, him charging into the New York Tech player.
I believe that foul is on Curtis Powell. And the foul was committed after the ball had left the passer's hand, so it is a shooting foul, and Curtis Sumter gets the front end of the 1-and-1. 12-3 average for Sumter. Last night he had 7. He's got 2 for 2 from the line this trip, 3 in the game. 35-28.
Curtis's jump shot beat Northern Michigan early in the playoffs for New York Tech. 3 seconds to go. He hit that jumper. His team won by 1.
Here's the feed down low and the layup by Larry Holmes.
What a great pass.
Curtis Powell with the assist. It's an 8-point lead. New York Tech again having trouble breaking the press, and a bank shot high off the glass by Bobby Jones.
What a great sequence for New York Tech. Let's talk about Michael Trevillion's very slick pass off as Jones cut by him. Very nice delivery, and it gave Jones that extra half step that he needed to execute that shot. Jones is only 6'3", but he's one of those players that plays a lot bigger than his height.
And the 3-point play, Bobby Jones hits. He's got 11. Once again, the leading scorer for New York Tech. Tonight a starter. Last night, 24 off the bench as New York Tech ousted the defending champions, North Alabama, 72-66. Michael Linney is 21. We've got 3.5 to play. It's a 6-point Virginia Union lead. And we get a violation.
Turnovers are hurting Virginia Union now. They're turning the ball over. They had a nice 10-point lead, but now it's dwindling. You can see on this last play the loss of the ball.
Larry McCartan into heavy traffic, and he double dribbled the basketball. McCartan seems to be a bit phased by that call.
Number 10, Derwin Lilly, re-enters the game for Virginia Union.
Now Derwin Lilly is back in the game. Man-to-man by the New York Tech Bears. They're in white, and they're trailing by 6. The NCAA Division II National Championship, and Keith Valentine now has 14 points in the game.
Oh, 2 guards communicating on that play. Lilly sensing Valentine going to go back door. Valentine ran up as if he was going to get the pass and then reverse to the hoop. That's the traditionally known backdoor play.
Bobby Jones looking for that open spot on the wing. Instead, Thompson will gun it up and hit.
I don't even know if he hit the net. What a swoosh that was. Keep it up, Joe. Team needs you to shoot from outside. No inside game for New York Tech as Kelvin Hicks has been on the bench for the last several minutes.
Larry Holmes, a big man outside. Keith Valentine is almost working like a small forward away from the ball. There's a beautiful feed from the big man to Linney.
Michael Linney with an assist from home.
So Larry Holmes playing up at the high post, showing he can pass the ball as well as score. Kick ball against Valentine.
So pretty. He went up to shoot the ball, but then he saw his teammate free, and he dished it off and got it to him in time. Nice play. Tell you, it's great to play with a guy like that who can find you when you're free. It encourages anyone to move without the ball.
New York Tech, Jones with the feed down low, and the layup by Trevelyan. He's got 6, 41-35. If you're a New York Tech fan wondering where Kelvin Hicks is, he is on the bench. 3 fouls, no points. Here's Keith Valentine. Was that a shot or a pass?
It was a pass. It started to be a shot, and Keith's intended receiver on that play, Larry Holmes, just got faked out. Should never take your eye off the ball.
In any event, it ended up as a turnover, and New York Tech now with a chance to move within 4 points. They trail it 41-35. Peter Edwards is back in the game. That's Curtis Sumter, and now Mike Trevelyan. And Bobby Jones. To Sumter. Here's Jones, left free. Goes by one man. Feeds Sumter. His shot is no good, and Linney has the boards. Virginia Union has dominated the backboards. Irwin Lillard. Now Linney. The feed is saved by Powell. Valentine, nice jump feed to Holmes. Knocked out of bounds by Trevelyan. Play number 1 from Dave Robbins.
We'll see. 2 big men crisscross under the basket. Holmes gets free.
And Valentine missing, but Holmes gets the rebound. He has it knocked away, and Peter Edwards controls. Almost dribbled it over his head. Bobby Jones down the middle, banks it in. It'll count. No, it will not count.
Wally Tanner, the official, said the contact was made before the shot, and the basket will not count.
No basket. Offensive foul on number 32.
Nice deflection there by Peter Edwards. Peter getting the ball up court to Bobby Jones. Will come into the picture now, and Jones executes that shot. Contact, perfect call. Then the shot. Foul before the shot.
He double pumped as he went in the air, and he made contact with the body before he let go of the ball. Feed to Holmes, gets position, and lays it up and in.
That's what Kelvin Hicks has missed under the basket. Larry Holmes is getting free, using his big burly frame now. He's hurting New York Tech.
And a foul committed by Curtis Powell.
Panther personal on number 22.
26 seconds to go here in the first half. An 8-point lead for Virginia Union.
Jerry McCants is now in the game for Virginia Union. He's number 23. McCants, a 6'3" sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina. McCants played last night but did not score, took 1 shot. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Larry McCartan.
Shooting 1-and-1.
McCartan now has 8 in the game.
I got it.
And it's 43-37 with Virginia Union leading it. New York Tech had a lead of 13-10 after about 6 minutes. Then Virginia Union scored 13 unanswered points, and they have led throughout ever since. Valentine, what a move by Keith Valentine.
He's all you can ask for in a guard.
3 seconds in the half as Edwards puts it up. No good. Another rebound to Virginia Union. And that is it. The end of the first half in the NCAA Division II National Championship game with a score, Virginia Union 45 and New York Tech 37. Dave Cohen along with John Andres back here at the Springfield Civic Center, halftime of the NCAA Division II National Championship game. The final game for that coach in the middle of the huddle, Sam Stern of New York Tech, who is relinquishing the coaching duties. He'll stay on as athletic director. Right now his team trails, John, by the score of 45-37. First half statistics are in.
60% from the field for Virginia Union. You can see 61%. New York Tech not bad at 49. Rebounds quite even, as you can see. Turnovers even. Right now the story of the game, I think, is Kelvin Hicks' failure to score. 0 for 4 from the field. Nothing from the line. 2 rebounds. man's the leading scorer of this team, and he hasn't done a thing yet. So if he can get into the game, New York Tech can get back in, but they better hurry.
And he's got 3 fouls. That's Hicks, who controlled the tap, and Bobby Jones now. Peter Edwards is number 4, will set everybody offensively and defensively. 32, Bobby Jones. Hicks is posting high. In the corner, Bobby Jones lets it fly. Left-handed, it's too long. Linney, 21, rebounds and outlets to Derwin Lilly, number 10. The baseline jump, Keith Valentine. And Valentine now with 18 points in the game.
He is some player. You know, just talking to Hal Whistle after we spoke, he said, hey, how about that Valentine, a first-round draft pick? I'm going to tell some of my friends in the pros about him. He wasn't kidding either. He's some player. Keith Valentine, number 11.
Nice young man whom we had the pleasure of meeting, and he's got a great exuberance and enthusiasm for the game.
He does, a nice attitude.
Bobby Jones, 0 for 2 in this half, tipped away and stolen by McCartan. Here's Trevelyan, and he hits. The lead now 47-39 as Mike Trevelyan gets his first basket this half, 8 in the game. Kelvin Hicks. 3 personal fouls, no points. This is Derwin Lilly. And the steal again by Mike Trevelyan. He feeds cross court to McCartan. Now Kelvin Hicks finally breaks the ice.
Kelvin Hicks with the basket.
47-41. Back-to-back field goals by New York Tech. Only on 2 occasions in the first half did New York Tech manage 2 field goals back-to-back. Linney got free momentarily, squares and misses, and the rebound Hicks, and he's fouled by Linney. Michael Linney's 3rd foul, first team foul. Foul shooting has been exceptional in this tournament. Number 4 is Peter Edwards, and Bobby Jones in the backcourt with him. They feed it to Hicks, uses the glass.
Big Kelvin coming to life, the 6'7" senior, using the backboard, getting up 2 now. Closes that lead of Virginia Union to 4 points.
Linney got away and blew the layup, and the rebound is by Trevelyan. Now Edwards. And the Bears slow it down, and they lose it. And here's the feed down court to the speedy Keith Valentine. Beautiful positioning. You can't do it better than that.
What body control, number 11, Keith Valentine. He knows where his defender is, and he can adjust so well. Most people, once they commit to a move, they're gone, but Valentine seems to be able to adjust constantly, and that reflects his great legs. He can go in the air and hesitate.
About 20 years ago, a fellow by the name of Elgin Baylor was on the campus of Virginia Union. Later went on to play at Seattle. But Elgin could hang in midair and do a few things.
Noticing today that you mentioned that, Dave, at the Basketball Hall of Fame. Elgin, of course, a member, and they said, called by most people the greatest forward to ever play the game.
John, you spent about an hour and a half looking. All 3 floors, did not find any mementos of your career.
I had to dig a little more, I think. Didn't have the time. I didn't want to hold you up.
17-10 to play. It's 49-43. And the foul is on Kelvin Hicks, number 4. So Hicks, who is heated up offensively by comparison. 2 field goals this half, nothing in the first half. Now he's got 4 fouls, and now he'll get a seat on the bench.
Worst thing that could happen for New York Tech. 17-10 to go in the game. Hicks now going to the bench with 4 after hitting those jump shots. It looked like he was going to get going. Those were his first 2 buckets of the game.
Number 22 is Curtis Powell in the game. Number 10 is Lilly. And Valentine actually works as a small forward. You see him in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Now coming over to talk with Coach Dave Robbins.
Stay with yours.
They go way outside to Curtis Powell, 22. He hands to Lilly. Edwards comes out to meet him. Man-to-man by New York Tech. Here's a steal attempt. Instead, Powell spins away, finds Lilly all alone, And he misses the shot. Jones is the rebound on the outlet. Look out, John.
Got it. I'm glad it was Keith Valentine coming at me and not Larry Holmes.
I saw Lee Williams from the Hall of Fame looking on. That might get you in there.
Substitution number 24, David Lewis.
Well, I proved I can do two things at once, Dave.
It's 49-43. 16 and a half to play. Bob Jones. And Valentine came out to play Edwards. Virginia Union back in the zone. There's the baseline shot. Won't go. Tipped up. No. And Larry Holmes has it. Larry Holmes is the heavyweight of Virginia Union. Derwin Lilly comes back outside to Holmes. 15 in the game. First field goal this half for Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes had a big second half last night in that upset win for Virginia Union, and he's looking like he's ready to go again.
Bobby Jones has trouble controlling, but puts the shot up nicely.
That's what I mean by playing big. Bobby Jones at 6'3" can get right under there and get his way with the big men, and he's only 6'3".
Valentine's hook feed intended for Holmes goes out of bounds. And it's a 6-point lead for Virginia Union.
Middle.
24 is Curtis Sumter.
Virginia Union still in the zone defense.
No real big man in the game for New York Tech. Edwards leaves for Sumter, and he misses. There's the rebound, taken down by Powell, ahead of the field of Valentine, and he misses. Gambles for the rebound, doesn't get it, and losing it out of bounds is Curtis Sumter.
Virginia Union still getting away with Valentine cheating. When New York Tech shoots the ball, Valentine starts heading down court toward his basket, and New York Tech is failing to recognize that.
Curtis Powell all the way off the inbounds pass. Strong move. First field goal in the game for Curtis Powell, who has 2. It's now an 8-point lead again for Virginia Union, 53-45.
Larry, go down. Watch them go.
New York Tech not moving the ball quickly enough on offense. That means the zone can rest.
And they're coming out to meet Bobby Jones when he gets a spot on the court. Shot missed, rebound lost by Holmes. Make it Lewis losing it, 24.
There's substitution number 12, Joe Thompson.
Here's Joe Thompson in the game for New York Tech.
And there's substitution number 21, Mike Linney.
Mike Linney also in for Virginia Union. Thompson is the point guard now, and he and Edwards playing in the game together. Along with Jones, who has a shot blocked, and it's tapped nicely to Valentine. 2-on-1. The feed to Holmes, who lost it, and Jones, in trying to get the loose ball, steps on the line.
That block was by Valentine also. What a defensive play by the 6-footer. Very rarely that a 6-foot guy can go up and block the jump shot.
They'll be picking an all-tournament team and most valuable player when this is over, and Larry Holmes figures to be in on the balloting along with Valentine. The steal by Lewis, and he puts it in.
Lewis.
His first field goal this half, the lead again out to 10. New York Tech having problems getting it across. Edwards and Thompson. Thompson with the ball. Virginia Union sits back in their zone. Peter Edwards had the spot, went to the middle, and he got fouled by Derwin Lilly.
Derwin Lilly.
There's Peter Edwards on the drive.
That is Lilly.
He's a righty, but he uses that left well, and there's Lilly came in, number 10, and hacked him. Virginia Union succeeding with their full court pressure, 3-quarter court pressure, in creating the problem, the difficulty of New York Tech getting that ball up, and when they do get it up, then they fall back into that zone well. New York Tech has a lot of trouble getting an inside game. They're relying on their outside jump shooting.
Here's an outside jumper by Bobby Jones. Now Jones with 15. It's an 8-point lead, 55-47.
He carried his team last night with Hicks on the bench. Time for Jones to get hot again.
Larry Holmes, long jump for the big man. Cans it. Wow. 17 for Larry Holmes. Keith Valentine is high in the game with 20. Edwards and Thompson the backcourt for New York Tech. Edwards faked, drove into the lane, dished it off to Jones, who misses, and the rebound taken by Linney. Virginia Union looking to break quickly, and they do with Lilly in control. Now Lewis, tough shot in traffic, and he can't get it. The rebound is Joe Thompson, stolen by Valentine, but he fouled Thompson on the steal.
He's a pleasure to watch, this guy, number 11, Keith Valentine. Great attitude, too. You'll notice on that foul when it was called, no problem with the official, gives the ball up right away. Might have disagreed. Look at his quickness now, leaning right in. He can commit his body so quickly, his entire body. I don't know, you can't see the foul. Could have been some contact there. The official called it that way, but he's a pleasure to watch. This guy's gonna very well might have a nice future ahead of him in basketball.
Here's the move by Edwards in heavy traffic. Not a well-advised shot. And Virginia Union with the ball. Look at the move by Valentine. Spins to the lane, loses control, and it's taken away by Trevelyan. Now Edwards for New York Tech. This is run and gun. Edwards missing again. The rebound, McCartan up short, foul. That sequence, John, indicative of what we've seen the last 2 nights. Up and down action.
Well, Sam Stern, the coach of New York Tech, now we can see Edwards going in. Missing the shot, and then the action starting underneath the basket. That was Larry McCartan getting up that shot for New York Tech, and then on the rebound, David Lewis coming down with it. Sam Stern making the big move now, putting his showstopper in. Kelvin Hicks, number 42, back in the lineup. The man with the ball now. 4 fouls. He's got to play. Might as well win or lose the game with him on the court, not on the bench. Plenty of time, 11:38 to go in the game.
Here's Holmes trying to get free inside, the foul by McCartan. They know how to isolate Holmes underneath and throw that lob. He gets behind the defense.
Personal is on number 40, Larry McCartan.
Kelvin Hicks in the game with 4 fouls. Larry McCartan, who just picked up a foul, only has 1, and New York Tech with only 2 this half. 11.5 to play in the second half. Derwin Lilly is 10. Here's Holmes getting free, but it's knocked away by McCartan. Now Joe Thompson. And Peter Edwards. Bobby Jones is the man they'd like to get free. Instead, Thompson guns and misses. And up the back goes Larry McCartan, his second foul in the last minute. Team foul number 3 on New York Tech.
McCartan, number 40, that's his second. And the team's third. Valentine.
Here's Valentine checking back in, replacing Willard Coker. Valentine with 20 points. Keith Valentine, 6 feet, 144 pounds, out of Richmond, Virginia. I'd say that weight is accurate.
He sure plays big. He's an outstanding player. Outstanding.
Travel call against Curtis Powell. And what did Valentine tell us? No way he is 6 feet.
That's right. We're checking him last night.
You know, each
Hey,
year,
you can see that extra step on that play.
each year, John, the Hall of Fame presents the Francis Pomeroy Naismith Award to the nation's most outstanding player under 6 feet, regardless of what division he is in. And Keith Valentine, his weight is accurate, but if he goes under 6 feet in the height category, he might be eligible.
He certainly will be eligible if he can be measured under 6 feet. He could be the guy, too. He's that outstanding.
Derwin Lilly backs out, starts the offense again. 10.5 to play. It's a 10-point lead for Virginia Union from Richmond, Virginia. The Panthers, last night in overtime, they defeated Florida Southern. Tonight, leading New York Tech by 12. On that turnaround jump by Larry Holmes. 19 in the game for Holmes.
Larry Holmes at 6'6" plays a lot of basketball away from the basket. He can play well facing the basket. He's a fine jump shooter.
The 12-point lead now, the largest in the game for Virginia Union. And New York Tech wants time. Your Total Sports Cable Network, ESPN.